Well. Look who's being morally, logically, and philosophically consistent. Strange days indeed, folks. National Post, World. InfoWars Alex Jones and alt-right conspiracy theorists turn against Trump over Syria strikes. So, you heard the fucking bullshit, especially when Trump was running up to be the president. People like Alex Jones. And like I said, to this day still, I've never subscribed to Alex Jones. I'm just not a giant fan of the guy. Yeah, he does some good shit once in a while. Look at the people I am subscribed to, and there's a very good reason for it, because they're morally and logically consistent on a regular basis. But even Alex Jones is showing he's at least somewhat principled. For hours, the Trump internet warned their president was being tricked. Mike Cernovich and Alex Jones, InfoWars, both have earned praise from Donald Trump or those close to him in the recent past. Promoted a conspiracy theory all day Thursday that blamed the U.S. deep state for the gas attacks in Syria and not the Assad regime. InfoWars called the attack a false flag meant to force the U.S. into a war. The deep state is the conspiracy world's belief that career government workers can exert authority to influence policy disregarding elected officials. Oh no, that's a conspiracy theory, huh? Listen to these fucking... Let me read who's fucking writing this shit, because these people are... I mean, it means you're fucking dumb as nail if you think the people that have been in government that aren't elected don't have any fucking sway in how things are done. Right? Yeah, Alex Jones is a conspiracy... Listen, I'll tell you that Alex Jones is a conspiracy theorist in some aspects, but on that level, really? That's where you're going with it? Yeah, no wonder you fuckers are... Oh, Washington Post. Abby Olsen or whatever, Washington Post. Totally makes sense now. Never mind. I totally understand what's going on here now. That's how fucking terrible you fucking idiots are. You're so predictable. You're so predictable. If I didn't own this, the National Post was just reference a fucking Washington Post article, then I probably could have wrote it fucking almost line for line, word for word, about the same line, because I know where your fucking propaganda is bullshit, where that narrative leads. I know where we're at here, okay? Oh, you idiots are dumb as fuck. So we are closer to the start of World War III than we have been decades, and blah, blah, blah. So Alex Jones, right? No, but they're against fucking war. But yet these pieces of shit are trying to act like... Anyways, under the hashtag Syrian hoax, a part of Twitter that usually musters its power to promote Trump's agenda, started to urge the president to stay out of Syria. One account tweeted, "We don't want war in Syria. Don't believe the Syrian hoax. We need to focus on our own country right now. America first." Oh, how? Oh, you dirty bastards. Why would you say such fucking vile and despicable things? Oh, actually, that makes total fucking sense, right? Like I say, these people from the alt-right and all these, like, Alex Jones stuff, and like I say, I'm not saying I'm the biggest fans, but they've been painted in a corner that they don't belong. Okay? Actually, tell you the truth, if someone gave me a choice tomorrow, one of two choices, with no other options on the table, trust in the established media, politicians, experts in academia, blah, 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 all these fucksticks, or people like Alex Jones or Mike Cernovich or all these people that are labeled conspiracy theorists or fucking right-wingers or alt-righters or libertarians, right? Or classical liberals like Dave Rubin, all these outrageous fucks, or genuine, actual, real limited government conservatives and stuff. I'll take those fucking... I'll side with them every day and twice on Sunday just for the hell of it. Why? Because I see that at least they're consistent constantly. If someone kept... Listen, if you had two people, right? Forget about groups. Let's just break it down to two people. If you had one person over here saying... On one day, 2 plus 2 is 4. The next day they said it's 4.5. The next day they said, no, it's 4.25. The next day they said it's 4.25. Or, sorry, that is 4.25. 4.15. And the next day they said, well, actually, it's pretty close to 5, 4.95. Or you had someone over here that were saying, no, it's 4. It's 4. No, well, today, well, it's still 4. The next, well, it's still 4. Well, it's a nice 4. It's a pretty cool 4, but it's still 4. Well, it's a pretty shitty 4. And I don't like that kind of a 4, but it's 4. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm siding with the people, no matter how much they like or accept the fact that 2 plus 2 is 4. If they're willing to acknowledge 2 plus 2 is 4, I'm with you every day. The people that are trying to skirt that line and paint it in all different areas and aspects, How could you trust someone like that? How can you trust people that lie to you on a fucking daily basis? And you can prove it because we live in the day of information, the age of information. There's videos that can show you day in, day out how much your political propagandists, the media outlets, all these fucking pundits, your central planners, your politicians, we can show how much they lie on a daily basis. Alex Jones, if at best you can say he has outrageous claims, right? Or even if someone that says, oh, aliens exist. But what correlation does a claim like the aliens exist? What harm does that do for you other than, well, you might believe in aliens? But central planners, control freaks, or those in the media, well, they can cause a lot of harm, as we know. Look at Iraq. Perfect example. And there's a lot more of them, but Iraq is, like I said, the perfect example. They told you that politicians and media pundits, right, so-called experts, well, Saddam had massive weapons of mass destruction. We better go in there and bomb the fuck out of that country, kill almost 1 million people or 500,000 people. Use depleted uranium where you have people now with fucking all kinds of deformities and birth defects because as a result of all that conflict. And now a country that's completely drawn into pure civil conflict, division. And who would want to live there now? Very few fucking people. Even the people that were used to living under an authoritarian regime like Saddam don't even like the country they live in today. So, like I said, who would you want to trust? Yeah, Alex Jones might exaggerate, stretch out the truth, and I'll admit it, and I'll call him out. Like I said, I still, after all these years, I've still never subscribed to his channel. Because I don't ever want to be aligned with anything that's even remotely false or has a pretense that isn't completely aligned with logical truth or consistency. But I'll tell you, if you want to play the lesser of evil games, which is what voting and politicians and creating this constant fucking narrative that you got to have central planners, well, the lesser of evil, as far as I'm concerned, are people like Mike Cernovich, Alex Jones, and all these people that are reported as being these alt-righters. Well, if they're against war and foreign conflict, they're just showing that they're much more morally superior than the people that you pay attention to. And they're almost admitted as such, but they try to twist and distort that narrative to the point where you'll probably come out of it in much more of a fog than you went into reading their articles. I'll post a link to this one in the description of the video so you can continue to read it. But I think you get the point, get the gist of what I'm trying to say here. We know who's being logically consistent and moral. And now the proof is in the pudding, and the proof is out there for all to see. Who is the true warmongers? Who are the true violent, despicable people among us? And those who really don't care about the people, only about this, and maintain their positions of power and influence. So good day, Libertarian, and I love liberty.